Welcome back to Charles I. Granatell Memorial Stadium in Ramsey, New Jersey on the campus of Don Bosco Prep. You are watching NJ.org Varsity and our coverage of today's Ridgewood and Don Bosco Prep lacrosse game. Ridgewood coming out of the half, and they win the face-off again. They lead this one 5-2. They finish the half with 4 straight goals to take a 3-goal lead. And just like that, they have the ball again and another opportunity to increase their advantage. And the Maroons tossing it around. Alex Linton with it now, gives it up to number 15, Matt Donovan. Donovan bring it in, fires, scores! And they waste no time. 33 seconds into this second half, they add to their lead. Donovan's 5th goal of the season, Ridgewood's 6th of the afternoon. And they wasted no time reminding Don Bosco Prep who controls this game right now. Spellanzani will fight with Sipple for the face-off again. Sipple wins it again. Here they come, avoiding a check attempt there by Dan Johnson. Sipple bring it in, thinking about just moving in, taking a shot. Gets by Spellanzani, fires it, but a pass to Shippey. Shippey thought about giving it back to Sipple, but Sipple looks like he's heading off for a change. Now he stays on, though. Shippey still has the ball. Smith, Shippey, now Sider. And a couple new players coming to the game. Matt Donovan coming back in. And number 13, Matt Laparo. Smith with it, thought about a shot, but Pandice denies him and he decides to pass it instead. Sider, Laparo. Defended by Johnson. Ridgewood taking their time. Thinking about a pass in the middle there was Sider to Laparo, but good defense there by Johnson. Made him think twice about it and instead pass it off. Shippey, moving past his man, fires, almost in, but denied by the defenseman Pandice and by the goalie McCullough, who picks it up. Don Bosco's going to have to do something to recapture the momentum because it has been owned by Ridgewood ever since really their second goal of the game by Owen Smith. Bosco trying to clear it, McCullough with it now, way out of the net. Now passes a nice pass though to Gall, and Don Bosco gets their attack set up. Gall, Carroll, Rubino. Rubino defended by Dan Hurley. And now Bosco working it back out to Riley O'Sullivan. Now Spellanzani with it. O'Sullivan, as I mentioned, a verbal commit to Syracuse, but he's just a junior, and he already backed out of a commitment to Georgetown that he made when he was a sophomore. So I guarantee you that there are some programs, since his name is not signed to paper, he has not put pen to paper on that letter of intent yet, there are some programs who are still going to be trying to change his mind once again. Spellanzani with it. Good defense, though, by Kelly. And now Bosco working it around again. Gall back to O'Sullivan. All roads really lead to Riley O'Sullivan when it comes to Don Bosco's offense. O'Sullivan moving it in. Good checking, though. Because that was Jack Matola, who would not let O'Sullivan get his shot. Here's Gall. Gall moving it in. Defended by Riccardi. O'Sullivan now. And Gall again. Riccardi with the long stick defense. Gall thinking about a shot, looking to his left, looking to his right, finally giving it to O'Sullivan. Here's Spellanzani. Ridgewood's defense is not giving up anything right now. O'Sullivan and Gall with the 2 goals that Bosco has so far today, but it feels like a long time since those goals came. Spellanzani. Here is Rubino. Rubino making some nice moves. Now trying to move in front of the net, but the ball comes loose. And who ends up with it? Ridgewood does. We get a call, though, a hold call, and Don Bosco will start on the attack once again. Still 6-2 Ridgewood with 8:16 and counting to go in the third quarter. Carroll moving it around. Now moving it around to the other side. Thinking about a shot. Jumps, bounces, fires. Can't score, though. But here is number 16, Russell Massey. Massey defended by Kelly. Massey moving around. Good check by Spellanzani. Massey moving in front. Good defense, though, by Kelly. The ball comes loose. And the two players fight for it, but in comes O'Sullivan to save the day for Don Bosco, picking it up and moving around. O'Sullivan, nice move, in front of the net, shot, great save by Cardew, and the ball is loose. That looked like a sure goal for Riley O'Sullivan. When you have someone as good as O'Sullivan is getting a shot as open as that shot was, you don't expect that ball not to end up in the net. But Cardew denied him defiantly. And it would look like it was going to be a third goal of the game for Don Bosco. Ends up being just another save for Cardew. Cardew came into this game with a save percentage of 55%. As I mentioned, the senior's first year as the starting goaltender for the Ridgewood Maroons. Now Spallanzani with it moving around. Now fires it in front of the net. Shot, score! O'Sullivan finds the net that time. You can only keep Riley O'Sullivan down for so long before he finds an opportunity like that and makes the other team pay. A great play drawn up by the Ironmen and run to perfection there. And the lead has been sliced to 6-3 with 7:13 to go in the third quarter. O'Sullivan just snuck in front of the net, and Spallanzani kept his defender occupied. And now fighting for the faceoff, a new faceoff man for Don Bosco. And they win that one. That was Pandice taking the faceoff. A whistle, though, and a violation gives Don Bosco prep the ball. So Spallanzani looks like he might be out of faceoff duties for now. And through one faceoff, it worked for Don Bosco as they ended up with the ball. Jack Gall with it. Here in Ramsey, New Jersey, Don Bosco prep against Ridgewood High School in this New Jersey boys high school lacrosse matchup. Shot, score! Jack Gall with his second goal of the game. And Don Bosco is right back in this one. Two goals from O'Sullivan, 2 goals from Jack Gall. And it is 6-4 now with 6:40 to go. Less than 40 seconds separating those 2 goals for Don Bosco. And this is a game once again. And once again, Greg Pandice will take the faceoff against Oliver Sipple. The long stick midi taking the faceoff for the Ironmen. Ball comes loose, but Sipple ends up with it despite a check. Now the ball comes loose again. Both teams fighting for it, but the scrum comes out in favor of Ridgewood. Sipple with it as he gets by Pandice. He has an open man in the middle of the field, but doesn't see him, and ends up not making the pass. He had Brett Kennedy completely uncovered with no one in front of the net, other than, of course, the goaltender, but Sipple couldn't see him and didn't make the pass. And now a timeout by Ridgewood. A golden opportunity missed there by the Maroons to increase their lead as Kennedy was completely alone in front of the net. But Sipple unable to find the open man, and as a result, Ridgewood unable to capitalize and forced to take a timeout here. So we saw Ridgewood scoring quickly in the second quarter. Don Bosco now on the board with a couple of quick goals in the third quarter. And we are back to a 2-goal game. 2 goals by Gall, 2 goals by O'Sullivan. And they are but 2 of them are no stranger to multiple goal games. O'Sullivan has 4 multi-goal games this year, including 3 goals against Glen Ridge on April 1st in a 7-6 victory for the Ironmen. Gall scored 3 times against Christian Brothers earlier this season, and also had a 4-point game against IMG where he had 2 goals and 2 assists. And both of these guys, along with Spallanzani, the key cogs in the Don Bosco prep offense. And if you're watching this game today, it's no mystery as to why. Both of them outstanding players, phenomenally talented. Ridgewood trying to regroup and regain the initiative here with 6:12 to go in the third quarter after giving up those 2 quick goals that have sliced their lead in half. Coming out of the timeout, Matt Leparo will start out with the ball. Donovan now gives it up to number 22, Alex Linton. And now here's Sider. Sider defended by Howard. And now back up top to Linton. racing past his man. Shot, score! Linton just turned on the Jets and blew by Thomas Joyce right there, and Joyce couldn't stick with him, and McCullough couldn't find the ball on the shot. And it is 7-4 Ridgewood. A huge goal there for Ridgewood after Don Bosco's 2 goals. Ridgewood with that goal probably feels like they're right back in control of this game. 5:48 to go in the third quarter. Ridgewood with a 3-goal lead here on Don Bosco's home field at Charles I. Granatel Memorial Stadium. Face-off, once again, won by Oliver Sipple. And Oliver Sipple has been a huge reason for the success Ridgewood's had today. Whether it's been Greg Pandice or John Andrew Spellanzani in the face-off circle, he has been winning them all day long. Ross Andrews with it. Good defense, though, by Pandice. Pandice putting the pressure on Andrews. Kelly with it now. Kelly, a junior, gives it to Andrew Sider. Sider, a senior, 7 goals and 5 assists. That's 12 points so far in the year for Sider for the Maroons. Looking for an open spot, but good team defense by Don Bosco there denies him an opportunity for a goal, as Christopher Howard and Chris Rilkoff both blocked him off from the net. Sider tosses it back to the top spot. Ball comes loose there, but no one there from Don Bosco there to challenge the ground ball. Ridgewood moving around here is Kelly now. Defended by O'Donnell, now gives it back to the top. Pass in the middle, trying to hit number 20, Ross Andrews, but the pass goes wide. A little bit too ambitious there on that chance. And now all of a sudden we get another whistle. The referee saying the ball was deflected off of Don Bosco and goes to Ridgewood. Don Bosco looked all but certain to have possession there, but on second thought the referee said, nope, this is Ridgewood's ball. Sider with it now. Sider, a 2-sport athlete for the Maroons. He also played hockey. He also plays hockey for them. And he had 7 multi-point his 7 multi-point games so far this year for the lacrosse team, and he scored 11 goals for the ice hockey team this year. That ball goes out, and this time Don Bosco will maintain possession. Will gain possession of that one. My mistake. And the crowd getting into it here at Ramsey. Mentioned how big a sport lacrosse was at Ridgewood. It's exactly the same here at Don Bosco, maybe even more so. Every Don Bosco lacrosse game, there is a legion of loyal fans and parents who come out and support this team. And they are not afraid to make a lot of noise. Massey behind the net to Rubino. Don Bosco trying to get back to within 2 goals. They managed to cut the lead to 6-4, but Alex Linton's goal, the last goal that we've had in today's game, moved it back up to 3. Bosco trying to move it back to 2. 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. Gall trying to get in front of the net. Thought about a backhand shot. Does take a shot. Bounces past the goalie, past the net mouth wide. Nothing for Carter to do there other than watch the ball roll past, or bounce past in that case. Don Bosco keeps control of the ball here. Connor Carroll, the senior attack man, is the one who has it. Now this time it's Brooks Rubino. Rubino defended by Kelly. Rubino trying to get by Kelly. A lot of starting and stopping here. Now runs by him, has an open shot, fires it just wide. Just missed the far post, did he, on that shot. And the ball, as a result, flies out of bounds. Don Bosco appears they will maintain possession, and that's Riley O'Sullivan, the junior. O'Sullivan plays both attackman and midfielder on this team, which makes sense. A guy as talented as he was, you don't want to restrict him to just one role or just doing one thing. He's like a Swiss Army knife for this team. Gall with it. Loses possession there, trying to pick it back up, but the Ridgewood defense is right there to knock him around, and it's picked up by Ross Andrews, who races in the other direction. O'Sullivan and Spellanzani harassing him the entire way, but he keeps possession. And now here's Kelly. Looks like he had an open road to the net there. Thinking about a pass, not thinking about a shot. Now fires it just wide. Ridgewood will keep control of the ball after that missed shot. It's Matt Shippey. Shippey, a senior with 6 goals this year, including 2 against Bergen Catholic, a game where he also had an assist. The Maroons still leading 7-4 with 2:10 and counting to go in the third quarter. Here in Ramsey, New Jersey, Don Bosco Prep versus Ridgewood. Here is the power. Moving past, taking a shot off the top of the stick of McCullough, but it comes right down to Shippey. Now pass in front of the net, taking a shot, deflected and goes wide. Great shot by Linton, but an even better save by Kieran McCullough. And McCullough shows you why he's headed to the Stevens Institute of Technology after the season. Ball rolling around, but picked up unmolested by Matt Donovan. Donovan gives it up to Alex Linton. Linton with only 1 goal so far this season. Looking for a second one here as he moves past the net. Loses control of the ball. Harassed by Mulick, excuse me. And the ball goes back to Don Bosco. And Don Bosco's defense making its presence felt right there. Mulick, a senior for the Ironmen, headed to DeSales University after the season, where he will be playing lacrosse. Another collegiate athlete produced by this outstanding high school in Ramsey, New Jersey. Don Bosco Prep's lacrosse team, another reason why this school has been known for its athletic prowess for years now. Don Bosco trying to set up the attack. Spallanzani coming in to help support their offense. But this is Jack Gall with the ball, defended by number 34, Oliver Sipple. Don Bosco moving very slowly here as we get down to 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. They still trail by 3. And the way the scoring is gone this third quarter, Don Bosco Prep can't afford to waste too many opportunities because Ridgewood's defense has contracted as if they just want to hold this lead that they have. Gall moving it around, thinking about a shot. It's still defended by Sipple. Good screen set there by O'Sullivan. Gall loses control, though, and now here's Ridgewood picking it up. Good defense, though, by Matola, as Ridgewood denies Don Bosco a goal here. Sipple knocked down by Spallanzani, and a flag goes down. Don Bosco Prep's crowd not happy with it, and here comes a whistle with 15 seconds to go in the third quarter.
What a weekend for the Dutchmen of Union as they won the national championship in hockey.
Ridgewood will get the ball coming out of this stoppage, and they will have a man advantage, I would assume. Someone rolled the ball really nicely as it stops almost right on the midfield, right on the face-off dot. 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The score, Ridgewood 7, Don Bosco Prep 4. Don Bosco's scoring has been restricted to 2 players so far today. 2 goals by Riley O'Sullivan and 2 goals by Jack Gall. Ridgewood has spread it out a little bit more. Owen Smith with 2 goals for them, but they have single goals from Ross Andrews, Matt Laparo, Andrew Seitzer, Matt Donovan, and Alex Linton. And that's how they've racked up the 7 they currently have on the scoreboard. Ridgewood looking for their 4th win of the year, trying to break a 2-game losing skid. Don Bosco at 4-2, attempting not to fall to 4-3. Both teams finishing their huddle, coming out at the timeout. Not much time here before the horn will sound, signifying the end of the third quarter. And Spallanzani will come out of this timeout, kneeling in the penalty box. The good news for Don Bosco about this penalty is that with the quarter ending in the middle of it, it'll be broken up. So if they can kill off the first 15 seconds, it'll be more difficult for Ridgewood to start an attack in the remaining time that we have in the penalty coming out of the fourth quarter. Sider with it, the clock ticking down to 7 seconds. 6, 5, and they will just let the quarter run out here. And there's the horn, signifying the end of the third quarter. Ridgewood will come out of the third quarter with a man advantage. You're watching NJ.org Varsity here at the campus of Don Bosco Prep as we end the third quarter with the score, Ridgewood 7, Don Bosco Prep 4. Maroons Ridgewood a man up here to start the fourth quarter. So Andrew Sider with it. The senior already with 1 goal to his credit today. Gives it up to Matt Donovan. Now moving around, Donovan with it again. Defended by Greg Pandice. Here's Sider. Defended by Dan Johnson. Matt Shippey behind the net. Ridgewood quickly moving it around. Spallanzani still kneeling in the penalty box. Now to Sider. Has an open shot, decides not to take it. Moving it around slowly. Quickly, I should say. Laparo with it. Laparo, defended by Pandice, thinking of moving it, trying to get in front of the net for an easy shot, but good defense by Bosco. Donovan. Sider now. Sider. Laparo. Shot, score! Alex Linton with his second goal of the game, his second consecutive goal. And Ridgewood takes advantage of the penalty to push their lead back up to 4. That's the largest it's been today. They were up 6-2, and now they're back up by 4 with the score 8-4, 11:09 to go in the fourth quarter. And that's really going to put the Ironmen behind the 8 ball here in the final quarter. For Alex Linton, that gives him 3 goals on the season. He came into today with just 2 goals all year, with just 1 goal all year. That came against Bergen Catholic. But he's doubled that today and increased his season total to 3. Don Bosco winning the face-off here. They desperately need goal quickly to try and stunt that momentum and get back into the game. Brooks Rubino has it behind the net for the Ironmen. Good crowd here today at Charles I. Granitel Memorial Stadium for this Sunday afternoon matchup between 2 of the best lacrosse teams in the state of New Jersey. Ridgewood came into this game ranked number 12, Don Bosco at number 13. And the fans being treated to a very exciting game this afternoon on what probably couldn't be a more beautiful day here in Ramsey, New Jersey. O'Sullivan moving it around. Good defense by Brett Kennedy. Now a flag goes down. No shot for O'Sullivan, but Ridgewood will be a man down, and the Ironmen will take that just as well. Looks like Kennedy will be heading to the box for a full minute here. 10:19 to go in the fourth quarter. Don Bosco trailing by 4. A huge opportunity here for the Ironmen. They really need to take advantage of this man down chance. So far, O'Sullivan and goal, the only 2 players who have scored for the Ironmen. We'll see if the 2 of them, how key the 2 of them are in this opportunity. Sullivan and Russell Massey moving to the middle of the attacking area. Now pass Rubino, fires it wide. Bosco will hold on to possession as Jack Gall picks it up. Apparently, Carroll forgot that only Sullivan and Gall are allowed to score for Don Bosco today. The Ironmen still with that, still a man up. Here's Spallanzani. Thinking about a shot, but loses it, and it's grabbed by Jack Matola. Matola bringing it up. Now Sider, a man down opportunity, fires. Great save by McCullough. Gets it back. Fires again. Can't score again. The ball's still loose, and we get a stoppage, and the ball still remains with Ridgewood. And boy, if Don Bosco Prep comes back to win this game, Kieran McCullough will be a huge reason why with those 2 consecutive saves. Because that looked like a sure goal for Andrew Sider, and McCullough denied him. And now Ridgewood looks like they are content to just run out the rest of this penalty. It appears that the penalty is over. Sider with it now. Moving it around. Don Bosco trailing 8-4. Ridgewood with possession in Don Bosco's defensive zone. Pandice, tight defense on Sider. Just keeps whacking him with that lacrosse stick. And Sider eventually says, I've had enough of this, and gives it up, only to get it back. Don Bosco playing a very wide defense here. Almost like a full court press, or maybe you'd call it a half court press. Half field press. Sider with it again, defended by Pandice again. Pandice, the senior, headed to UMass after a PG year at the Salisbury School next year. Here's Laparo bringing it in, passes it off. Smith with it, fighting with O'Donnell, who knocks it free. Loose ball now. Both teams fighting with it, but Smith ends up with it again as O'Donnell just gets up. O'Donovan thinking about a shot. Nice move on Pandice. Still maintains possession, but loses it after the check there by Dan Johnson. Ball still loose on the other side of the field now. Laparo fighting with it. Laparo fighting for it. And now Don Bosco, Chris Rilkoff fighting with it, but Ridgewood ends up with it again. Laparo moving from the net. Shot just wide. A big hit, though, by Johnson, and that will be a foul. There's 2 flags fly on that one. And Johnson will be heading to the penalty box to take a knee for a while. 8:06 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ridgewood with an 8-4 lead on Don Bosco here at Ramsey, New Jersey. And Johnson certainly making his presence felt with that hit, but the result ended up being detrimental to the Ironmen as they will be a man down in a situation where they can ill afford to lose a man or give up a goal. Ridgewood with 2 goals so far today from Owen Smith and Alex Linton. And they also have scores from Matt Donovan, Andrew Sider, Matt Laparo, and Ross Andrews, while Don Bosco has 2 scores each from Riley O'Sullivan and Jack Gall. And that's how we got to where we are right now. 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Ridgewood trying to almost put this one on ice with a goal in this man-up opportunity. Ridgewood firing around, quick movement. Shippey looked like he was going to move in front and take a shot, but decided against it. Donovan with it now. Fires high and wide. Ridgewood will maintain possession with 7:47 to go. Here is Laparo. McCullough and the rest of the defense trying to prevent him from scoring. Cannot. Owen Smith with a hat trick, his 3rd of the game, and it is 9-4 Maroons. That gives Smith 8 goals on the season. That's his second 3-goal game of the season. The first one came against Hunterdon Central on March 29th, and it was an 8-6 Ridgewood victory. Smith has had at least 1 point in every single Ridgewood game this season. And despite the 3 goals, he is still 1 short of tying his career high, which is 4, and he put up that big number in Ridgewood's first playoff game last season. He had 4 goals and 1 assist in that game. Another face-off win for Oliver Sipple, and that's been the story of the face-off dot so far this afternoon. Or I should say all afternoon. Sipple, good movement, passes it up. Now Kennedy with a shot, long stick shot, scores! A long stick score for Brett Kennedy. His first goal of the year, his first career goal. You don't often see a long stick goal like that one, but Kennedy broke into the open. Sipple found him with a pass, and that makes up for the earlier opportunity where Sipple had Kennedy wide open and missed him. He found him that time, and it paid a big dividend for the Maroons. And that puts the Ridgewood total at an even 10. The first goal in the career of the sophomore Brett Kennedy. And you know that has to feel good. 7:26 and counting to go in the fourth quarter. Ridgewood 10, Don Bosco 4. And Don Bosco's coach Mike Springer, while he may be a Ridgewood graduate, is certainly not feeling good about this one. Sipple now getting hit. And now 2 flags fly. Don Bosco Prep not happy with the call, or at least their fans aren't. But both referees threw flags, which means that one might have been pretty obvious. Another penalty for Don Bosco. This one looks like it'll be on Connor Carroll. The officials discussing before making the call. And we'll see who takes a knee here. I believe it's Connor Carroll, but no one has taken a knee yet in the Don Bosco penalty area. But as soon as someone does, I'll let you know exactly who it is. Carroll is standing over in that area, but he has not yet taken a knee. He's standing right next to, I believe, Andrew Stefani and Mike D'Alessandro, the 2 injured Don Bosco players. And now there goes Carroll down to a knee. And Ridgewood with an opportunity to increase their lead to 7. The Maroons have already set a season high in goals today. Their previous season high was 9 against Mountain Lakes in their last game, but 10 has topped that, obviously. Sider with it, and now Ridgewood moving it around slowly. And even if they don't score here, it's just a victory in the time they're able to take off the clock where Don Bosco doesn't have an opportunity to score because they're the ones with the big lead, Ridgewood is. So the clock is their friend. It's not Don Bosco's. Sider with it. Gives it to Shippey in front of the net. Makes a nice move. Fires it. Great save by McCullough as he went down on his knees. And the ball deflected off of his left knee and went wide. Nice save there by McCullough. And don't let the score fool you. McCullough has played well today. Sider in front of the net. Fires it. Save again by McCullough. So despite the 10 goals that that Ridgewood has put up, McCullough has played well today. He's made some outstanding saves and put forth a really phenomenal effort. Those 10 goals are just as much as on Don Bosco's defense as they're on him. Spallanzani finds Twine with that one. And Don Bosco is saying, don't count us out just yet. As John Andrew Spallanzani scores his 9th goal of the season. And that puts the game at 10-5 with 6:02 to go in the fourth quarter. Spallanzani, another two-sport athlete, a whole bunch of two-sport athletes on the field today, whether it's Don Bosco football players or Ridgewood ice hockey players, a whole bunch of players on these teams who play two sports for their respective schools. Fast break opportunity for Ridgewood, and they get that goal right back. Matt Shippey with that one. Shippey's 7th goal of the season. And you almost wonder if that will be a little bit demoralizing for Don Bosco. They get a goal, they cut into the lead a little bit. They think they might have an opportunity to come back and make this a game, if not tie it up. But Ridgewood comes right back, almost as if it was nothing. They put up another goal. Face-offs being taken, ball rolling around, and we get a whistle. Ridgewood ends up with possession once again. Moving around, but the ball comes loose, and that's going to roll all the way to midfield to Brooks Rubino. Rubino being checked by 3 players, loses the ball. It comes free and is picked up by Ridgewood. Turnover there, and Bosco will maintain possession as both teams have been tossing the ball around a little bit sloppily in the last few seconds. Here's McCullough bringing it up. He has all the room in the world he wants right now as he brings it up, looking for a pass. Has a wide open man. A nice pass up front. And that's number 27, Ryan Devaney. Now here's Rubino. Good defense there by Ridgewood. Wouldn't let Rubino get too close to the goal into Jack Cardew. Now Rubino trying to fight towards the net once again, but to no avail. Here is O'Sullivan. Sullivan thinking about a shot. Looked like he was going to whip one there. Decided against it. Makes a nice move. Gets tripped up, falls down. We get a whistle, though. And that will be a push, and Don Bosco will maintain possession. Here's Connor Carroll. Carroll defended by Connor Gilgan. Gives it up to Jack Gall. Gall with a man in his face. Thinking about a shot. Moving past, fires wide. But Don Bosco will maintain possession as Connor Carroll, the closest one to the ball when it went out of bounds. 4.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Ridgewood with a 6-goal lead. Here's Connor Carroll. Nice move, but he trips and falls. You hope he didn't hurt himself there. That looked like a pretty jarring stop. But he appears to be okay. Gilgan with it for Ridgewood. Passes it a long pass across the field. Dangerous pass, but a nice pass to Joe Riccardi. Riccardi bringing it up. Pass dropped by Andrews, but he picks it up, being checked, holds it. Defended by Pandice and Spallanzani. Pandice knocks the ball loose, but right there to picking up is Matt Laparo, as if he knew that ball was going to come loose at that exact time. Picks it up, and Ridgewood maintains its offensive opportunity. It maintains the offensive possession here. Now loses it. Good checking, good team checking by Pandice and by Dan Johnson. Knocked that ball free. Here comes Rubino. Rubino with a shot. Makes a great move. Shoots. Scores! A flag flies down after the play. A great job there by Don Bosco. Pandice and Johnson knocking it free. Great pass by Johnson and great move by Brooks Rubino. A great job all around by Don Bosco to find an opportunity and make a goal out of it there. And the score is 11-6.
11 to 6 the score. Don Bosco goal by Brooks Rubino. Bosco.
Great move by Rubino as he faked out the defender, then got the open lane he wanted and found the net with a shot. Little delay here is we're just getting the scoreboard fixed. Scoreboard says 13-5. It's actually 11-6. The official's just waiting. And meanwhile, the play starts as Ridgewood gets it going. The clock running. Bosco with it. Trying to make this a 4-goal game. Here's Connor Carroll.
No, we have 6, right? Yep. So hit to add set, hit set.
Carroll with it. Carroll, pass, goal, fires, scores! And Don Bosco with 3:12 to go is right back in this game. Jack Gall with a hat trick. He's got 3 on the day. That gives Jack Gall 10 goals on the season. And that matches his season high, the 3 goals he scored against Christian Brothers earlier this season. And with 3:12 to go, Don Bosco still has a chance to come back and tie up this ball game. It is far from over. The biggest task for them is not going to be scoring, it's going to be stopping Ridgewood from increasing their lead and winning faceoffs. Face-off, ball comes loose. Looked like Sipple had it won, but he couldn't control it. We get a stoppage play, a push. Don Bosco has it. And the crowd, you can tell, sensing the momentum shifting a little bit here. 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Bosco with 2 straight goals. If they can get a 3rd one here in a row, that will really start to make this game feel like Don Bosco is rolling. Here is O'Sullivan moving past his man. Takes the pass. Great pass. Carroll scores. What a pass by Riley O'Sullivan. And all Connor Carroll had to do was just drop it into the net. Carroll was completely unaccounted for. A breakdown there by Ridgewood's defense. And Carroll was just left completely unaccounted for by the net. 3 straight goals for Don Bosco. And it is 11-8 after Connor Carroll puts in his 6th goal of the season. And there is 2:45 to go in this one. Bosco down by 3. Another critical face-off. Sipple fighting with Pandice. Sipple wins this one. And a big face-off win there by Sipple. That probably makes Ridgewood feel like they're back in control of this game. Now running in front towards the net was Linton. He thought about taking a shot there, but he decided to think better of it. Possibly take a little more time off the clock. Instead, he loses the ball. Pandice has it. He loses the ball. We get a whistle. We get a timeout, Don Bosco. And Don Bosco with a critical timeout there. Right after they gained possession of the ball, they call timeout. And they will have the ball coming out of this stoppage, down by 3 with 2:16 to go. So 136 seconds to play here in the 4th quarter. Don Bosco with 3 unanswered goals, and they're looking to go on a run like the one Ridgewood went on when they scored 5 consecutive goals. The big key for Bosco in this comeback is one of the things that led to them being behind this point in the game. It's going to be winning faceoffs. Even after they score, they've had a tough time dealing with Oliver Sipple on the faceoff dot. And they're going to need to neutralize him somehow in that area, or else Ridgewood's eventually going to get the ball and either let the clock run out or score a goal to make Don Bosco's task just that much harder. And the crowd getting into it once again here at Charles I. Grantham Memorial Stadium in Ramsey, New Jersey. They're starting to feel the momentum shift, just like I'm sure the players and the coaches are. And Ridgewood's coach Mike Pounds trying to rally his troops to prevent this seeming tidal wave of momentum that's sweeping Don Bosco up and towards and giving them an opportunity to tie up this ball game with 2:16 to go.
2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Don Bosco Prep trying to probably come back to a 6-goal deficit.
Now getting set up, coming out of this timeout. It looks like Russell Massey will start with the ball. Either Massey or Rykoff. It is Massey, and he starts off by passing it back to the goalie McCullough. Great pass to Massey, a little bit high though, but it comes right to Rubino. He can't control it. The ball rolls out of bounds. We get a whistle. Don Bosco wants it. Don Bosco gets it. And here is Massey again. And if, as I mentioned before, if Don Bosco comes back to tie this game, Kieran McCullough will be a huge reason why. Even though Ironmen have given up 11 goals, if it wasn't for McCullough, it would be 14 or 15. He's made a lot of outstanding saves so far today just to keep Ridgewood's offense somewhat at bay. And he's one of the big reasons why they have a chance to come back and tie this game. 2 minutes exactly to play here in the fourth quarter. Ridgewood clinging to a 3-point edge, trying to hold the Ironmen at bay. The referees look like they're checking the stick of number 34, Oliver Sipple. And Don Bosco Prep, with all the face-offs that Sipple's been winning, is probably saying it's about time. It looks like they're saying it's okay. Apparently, no pine tar or no rosin on the stick. It is just fine. Looked like we might have a George Brett situation there, but much ado about nothing apparently. Here comes O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan making a nice move, fires, scores! And there's no doubt right now who has all the momentum right now in this stadium. Don Bosco Prep's 4th consecutive goal, and this is a 2-goal game with 1:51 to go. This comeback that looked so improbable a few minutes ago now looks like it could very well be a reality as O'Sullivan nets his 3rd of the game. 2 hat tricks today for Don Bosco, one by Jack Gall, one by O'Sullivan, and now another critical faceoff. Sipple and his special stick fighting for it. But Ridgewood wins it. And now here is the moment of truth. Can they stop Ridgewood's offense, which has been stagnant a little bit lately? Cider with it now. And the tough thing that you encounter here as Cider moves towards the net, the tough thing that you encounter is once you tone it down or take it down a notch or two, it's tough to crank it back up once you need those goals again. And now Don Bosco gets it again. Another whistle, another possession for Don Bosco. Pass for O'Donnell. He misses it, but it comes to Connor Carroll, who has one of their goals here today. Goal with it. 1:10 and counting to go. 70 seconds to go in this game. Don Bosco is trailing by 2, trying to complete one of the most unlikely comebacks you'll ever see. O'Sullivan with it, looking for his 4th goal. Passing it in front to Rubino. Rubino looks like he corralled it, trying to keep possession of it. Ball rolling free. The clock's still running here. 52 seconds to go. Spallanzani with it now. And Don Bosco now is starting to run out of time. Gall looked like he had Carroll decided against the pass. Needs to make a decision here. Needs to shoot it. Shot! Just wide, and it rolls out of bounds. And possession will go to Ridgewood with 39.9 seconds to go. The Maroons clinging to a 2-point edge, and what a critical possession that was for Don Bosco. Gall had an open shot. He had a good shot, but he just couldn't find the net with it. And while Don Bosco's pulse isn't completely gone, They're getting the defibrillator ready, I guess you could say. Clock running down. We get a stoppage with 27 seconds to go. Don Bosco has it again. They need a quick goal here. They can't waste any time. 25 seconds to go. They're passing it back, though, with 22 seconds. The clock's still running. Don Bosco wasting a lot of time here. McCullough with a pass. Intercepted by Matt Shippey, and that will all but do it. Shippey just running around. Don Bosco with an extremely valiant comeback, but the clock hits 5 seconds. Ridgewood's crowd rising. The comeback will fall just short as the clock runs out here at Charles I. Granatel Stadium. Don Bosco, a valiant effort, a fantastic comeback attempt, but Ridgewood's early advantage holds up. As the clock runs out here at Charles I. Grantham Memorial Stadium in Ramsey, New Jersey, the final score this afternoon, the Ridgewood Maroons 11, the Don Bosco Prep Ironmen 9. We want to thank you for watching this here on NJ.org. We'll be back with you tomorrow as IHA takes on Mawa in another New Jersey boys lacrosse matchup. You can catch that. That'll start right around 4 o'clock here on NJ.org Varsity. Joe Vasile will be there with the call for you. Before I go here, I want to give a big thanks to Jay Treble. Jay was the man here shooting this game for us. He's brought all the equipment, he set it all up. He got us rolling today. So a big thanks to Jay Treble before we sign off. Thank you again for watching here on NJ.org. The final score once again from Ramsey, New Jersey. The Ridgewood Maroons 11. The Don Bosco Prep Ironmen 9. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time.